Hi everybody, it's your girl Jessica Charms. Just minus the charms. Well, minus the obvious charms. As you can tell, also no makeup. And yeah, I literally recorded this after my other video, so there is that. But I actually thought about something I wanted to talk about. And I know somebody out there is gonna go, but Jessica, what do you want? Well, nothing technically. I don't do drugs. Except for the class 1 narcotic that everybody does if you eat bread, certain foods, and things like that, but that's a discussion for another day. No, I've just been having a really messed up weekend, uh, and I've been really feeling lonely. And it's just been something that I've been dealing with. And like I said in my one weekly vlog, I am always going to be transparent when it comes to things with me. Now, granted, there are some things that I do keep to myself, and I have only told to certain people. That is it. And they're ones that I can highly trust. And I also want to take this moment, if quickly before I forget to do it again. If I haven't replied to a comment on one of my videos, make sure I'm not covering my microphone. Nope. Okay. If I haven't replied to a comment on one of my videos, it's not that I'm ungrateful. I don't speak other languages. I'm currently trying to learn Japanese so I can better understand the anime that I like to watch, the Super Sentai series that I like to watch, and the Kamen Rider series that I like to watch. So I don't have to try to find them with subtitles. Because I don't trust the subtitles all the time. But for some of the comments, I have been using Google Translate. Google Translate is not the world's greatest when it comes to translating, but it's the best I can do. So if I haven't replied to a comment, it's not that I'm being insensitive or ungrateful for the comment. I love comments. I really do. I love reading them. I can't understand it. That's on me. It's nothing that you said. I just can't read the comment. I don't understand what you're saying. That's that's what it means, basically. It's not on you, it is on me. There is that. Um, but yes. But like I said, I've just been feeling kind of lonely lately, and it's just been bothering me. And I think it's still mostly because of the crap that happened with me back in April, but it's a little more advanced than that down the down the road, basically. And as much as I would like to say, well, I'll get over it and it'll pass. Yes, it will, and no, it won't. A lot of you know what I did back in April, but for those of you that don't, because you didn't like my live streaming because it was god awful and choppy, and you're one of the 600 something subscribers that I got within the last month. Which I'm hoping I don't lose any of you because I don't have big boobs normally. I'm planning to get implants. That is on my bucket. That's not even a bucket list. But I could say bucket list for my old male self. But yes, it is on my list of things to do. Breast augmentation with expanders is on my goal. If I have to get a regular boob job first, I will get a regular boob job. But I am planning to get expanders. I swear to God on that. I am planning to get expanders. 6,000 cc's is my goal. But to summarize, in case anyone's wondering why I said it'll never go away, and like I said, full disclosure, if there are things that I don't want you to know, I won't tell you. If there's parts of the story that I don't feel you need to know, I won't tell you. I will tell you what is going through my head on a constant basis. Like today, for example, I will tell you. This past weekend, I will tell you what has been going through my head. So, this is my bed. Every night, I come in here. This is my room. Every night I come in here. Every night to go to sleep, I lay on this bed. My head goes on that pillow. I usually wrap around this blanket every single night. Okay? Every night. I'm setting the story for you here. Okay? My bed used to be this way. I'm really glad I swapped the orientation. It was a really good idea, and I'm really glad I did that. It opened up way more room in here. than I have before. So it's really good. I can get more once I get off my lazy ass and actually clean my room a little better, but that's beside the point. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Um, so for those that don't know what happened, as I'm trying to get over it, but again, it's a point of reference for me to be able to help people and to understand a lot of other people's problems. Back in April, ironically, right around Easter weekend, it was April 10th, actually, but no, never mind. April 10th, I will never forget the day. I will never forget the day because um it was the day that I like to say that my life took one spell sweep for my humanity, basically. So that weekend prior, which would have been the 8th and the 9th, or Easter weekend, basically, I contemplated something that had been bothering me for a while. A friend of mine that I've been talking with every day since February, um, I was starting to get feelings for. I started feeling weird towards them. Like I was really, really liking them. And then I decided to just tell them how I felt one fell swoop. Just threw my heart out there as the moron that I was. And to a lesser extent, still am. I'll get to that. Why am I bringing this up again? Mostly so that, again, transparency, because this is, honest to God, this entire ordeal has fucked me up in the head. Now, I'm still friends with the person. It took me a good 2 months, or at least no, I actually want to say almost 2 months. I actually want to say almost 2 months, to at least set my feelings enough aside that I could at least still be her friend, so that I can at least know that my friend's okay. Because in my world, and this is something that is regardless of if I have feelings for them, if I care about them, it's regardless. I am an only child. I was friendless in school. I had very little to no interaction with other human beings. I am, by pure definition, an introvert. I will spend more time in my room, surrounded by four walls. You could, in all honesty, if I would end up having to go into like solitary confinement, aside from the fact that there's nothing to do, I would probably survive it with very little mental scars, at least compared to the ones that I have. But I told my friend how I felt about her. I worked with the courage. I had ChatGPT help me, which, by the way, don't ever get that thing to help you. It is not good with emotions. Freaking robotic bastard, but I digress. I had it help me. I had it, stupidly, I asked it for advice. I asked it to help me formulate a letter, which I then sent to my friend first thing Monday morning on the 10th when I woke up. That was mistake number one. Now, to be fair, the first thing I did every morning when I woke up since February was send my friend a daily message with about 4 or 5 jokes to brighten her day. A thing that I would like to still be doing, but for obvious reasons, I'm not. Just because. Just because. I don't think her girlfriend would appreciate it. Because that brings us into the cups of it. I told her literally the weekend that she just got a girlfriend. Yeah. There's an old saying that my grandfather was very fond of, and that was, if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. God knows he was right. So that was essentially the 10th of April. That had me messed up for the rest of that week. My consultation for my HRT was the following Monday, the 17th. And that Wednesday was my last day of work for the week. I only had to work 3 days that week. And I ended up having a lovely 5. God, I wish I had that again. 5-day vacation. I wish I had that right now from my job. I really do. Um, but that ended up getting me really screwed up. That Wednesday night, I went on a I went on a bender with Dr. Pepper. Now, here's the thing. I am an avid Dr. Pepper fan. As in, I love Dr. Pepper. I will drink. Let me phrase that. I could drink that crap till I'm blue in the face. I used to be able to down a 2 liter in a night. Just playing games, watching movies, building with my models. I could down a 2 liter of Dr. Pepper in a night. No questions asked. None. And I just couldn't. I drank 12 1.25-liter bottles in the span of 3 days. 3. I have not touched a drop of Dr. Pepper since. I have drank a Coca-Cola and a Sprite, soda-wise, since then. Otherwise, I have had a Hawaiian Punch, because, ironically, I was going to get a Dr. Pepper when I stopped at McDonald's one day for lunch, but it was out of order. So I got a Hawaiian Punch instead. That was almost fate telling me I guess I'm done with Dr. Pepper. It's going to remind me of this horrible event, but, yeah. So there was no Dr. Pepper. I have not touched a drop of it since I started on the 12th. Since the 15th of April, I have not touched a drop of Dr. Pepper. Not a drop. I have held a can. I've held a bottle. But I have not drank out of it. And I mostly just held it at the Dollar Tree where I would buy it. But like I said, I am always somebody that's full disclosure, full transparency. I'm not going to tell you who my friend is for obvious fucking reasons. And they're somebody that I still hold near and dear to my heart. Because, as I said, if you are somebody that I consider special, if you are to me a friend, a really good friend, then you are in a very special place. You're in the small world that I carry around with me all the time. Now, I only have 2 friends that I do not have to worry about at all. My best friend from high school, Andrew, and yes, we both had the same name in high school. That was fun. We were the 2 Andrews, but now I'm going to become Jessica. So I'm Jessica, he's Andrew. So that's funny, actually. But like I said, there's my best friend from high school, Andrew, because he's very religious. Now, I'm not talking he's gonna talk your ear off about God religious. Not that far religious, but he's religious. My other friend is my buddy from tech school, Sean. And I don't have to worry about either of them. Andrew because he's very religious, and Sean because he has crashed a car. I'm not even joking on this. He has crashed a car 3 times. The car has been destroyed. He has walked away without a scratch. He has the luck of the devil, and my other friend has the luck of God. So I don't have to worry about either one of them. I don't have to worry how they're doing on a daily basis, but I have other friends that I do worry about how they're doing. If I care about them, if I worry about them, then they have a special place in my life. I am sort of like Atlas, and I will carry the world on my shoulders. But that world is very small and minute to me. It's the ones and the people that I care about. Because I know I can't care about every single person in the world. I would like to, but at that point, you are effectively going crazy. There's no way you can concern yourself with every single person in the world and think that you're going to survive it. You'll go crazy and nuts, and you'll break yourself. So I don't concern myself with everyone. I try not to. There are some that I do worry about. There are some people that I will pass a glancing thought every now and then, but it's one of those. They're sort of like a satellite, like a moon, that orbit my world. And every now and then I'll see them pass by and go, hey, I wonder how they're doing. Because that's just how I am. But that's the thing. But I am getting a little better. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video. Bring it up to speed. Because I know one of the things that they always say is don't keep bringing the goddamn issue up. Yes, I get that. I understand it. It's annoying as hell, but I understand it. Don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep talking about it because it's just going to keep digging into your mind. What bothers me is how every single, and I think I talked about this at one point, but every single piece of advice always tells you to distract yourself with other things so that you're not concerning yourself with the issue at hand, with the problem that is making you want to distract yourself from it, which to me just seems asinine because you have the problem, you have this issue that you would like to have resolved. How is me not talking about it with somebody trying to help me resolve it? It's annoying as hell to me, but that is one of the things they constantly tell you to do is don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep talking about it all the time. Just ignore it and it'll go away. I hate to say this to those wonderful people giving that advice, but a problem is not a Jehovah's Witness that you just close the door, lock it behind you, and hope that they get the hit and walk away. This isn't like the old lady at the grocery store that's paying in pennies and you just walk over to the self-checkouts and figure, screw this noise. It's not that simple to ignore. I, for one, am somebody that, in all honesty, I should probably see a therapist. I really should probably see a shrink. For a lot of the issues that I have in my life, I should probably see a therapist. But I don't. And my reasoning why, aside from the fact that I have little respect for therapists, no offense. No offense to anyone if they are a therapist. I have very, very, I can barely see it, respect for therapists. And it's nothing that you've done. It's just, from my standpoint, I'm telling you my problem in hopes that you'll help fix me. Yet your key logical reasoning from how you were taught is the same way I learned how to troubleshoot a computer. Assess the problem and then go through the troubleshooting steps. That's what bothers me with it, is that I feel as though if I come out and say something to a therapist, hey, I'm having real issues because I fell for my friend right as she got a girlfriend. How do I get over her? You can't. And technically, that is true. And this isn't the first time either. I fell in love back in high school with a classmate of mine. And fun fact, to this day, there is one movie I cannot watch anymore. It's not that we watched it together. It's not that she turned me on to the movie or something. I knew about the movie. It was the second movie I ever went to go see as a kid. Sorry. Third. Second movie was Operation Dumbo Drop. Third movie I ever went to go see as a kid. And it was Twister. I can't watch Twister to this day because my old classmate reminds me so much of Helen Hunt's character in Twister. Same personality, because that's what I fall for, is someone's personality. I don't fall for a person's physical appearance. Okay, now, to be fair, there are some people in the world that I do kind of tend to lean away from. I'm not a chubby chaser. So I'm not into, no offense to anyone. And I want to stress that going forward. I'm not what most people would call a chubby chaser. And that's somebody that goes after very large women. I'm not that type of person. I have known a lot of very large people in my life. I'm obese, technically. I think I'm back to a little over 340 because I did gain some weight back. Because my birthday was not very great this year. I've been kind of lonely and depressed. And when you're lonely and depressed and you shop at the Dollar Tree, they have a lovely snack food section that just screams to you Hi, it's Friday. I know. Yeah, it's Friday. And? You want to eat me tonight? Oh, what the hell, bag of pretzel sticks? I'll take you with me. Hey, how about me? I'm new to. Hey, I'll make you feel better about yourself after you down that bag of pretzel sticks. Okay, four pack of breakfast bars. I'll take you with me too. So $2.50 later, I'm about 8 pounds heavier. So there's that. But it's basically that. Like they have cookies and that you can get for $1.25. And if you're like somewhat uppity and depressed, or you're having like really lonely, like you would really like, I would love to have someone I could spend a Friday night with. Other than myself, other than my mom. I would like to spend a Friday night with somebody, but I am not that lucky to ever get that far in life. I don't think. But anyway, the reason I'm making this video, like I said, is because it has been now 5 months. Slightly, Sunday would have been yesterday. Because today, tell me yes, it's still Monday. It's still the 11th. Okay. So yesterday was technically the 5 month mark. And I honestly feel a little better than I did. Now, granted, I did slip last month. I won't deny that at all. I broke down. I was crying because I knew my friend wasn't going to wish me a happy birthday, and I was right. I knew it wasn't going to happen, and I was right. And I was saying it to another friend of mine that, that saying that um you expect nothing and you're still disappointed. And that was me. She brought up a good point that I really needed to look at the video I sent her and take a look at what I was doing to myself. And I'm beating myself up, essentially, for something that was way out of my control. For starters, I knew I had no chance with my friend. I knew that back before February. I knew that after February. I know that now more so than ever. And I had a massive reality check. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. My mom and I watched two movies back to back. Two of our favorites on the one streaming service. We watched on Tubi or Roku or Crackle because we have a Roku player. But um, we watched The Super with Joe Pesci and my personal favorite, one of my personal favorite comedies, The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. So, Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. I love that movie. And there was a line that Sherman Klump said in that movie that as I'm watching it, I gotta step back a little bit. My back's starting to bug me. As I'm watching this movie and I'm watching it again for like the upteenth time. I have the DVD. I've actually worn out my DVD of it, and I think that was actually with my buddy Sean right now because he has all my movies. But he's holding them for me. He didn't take them. He's holding them. But basically, okay. I can't lean back. The light looks bad, but there was a line that he said in the movie when he was talking to his assistant Jason, where he goes, and I quote, "You get used to some things in life. You get used to being overweight. You get used to people making fun of you. Somewhere along the line, I got used to being alone. For me, I got used to being on the heavier set side. Like I said, I was 498 pounds back in November. And I've lost a lot of weight since then. And I owe my friend a huge debt of that, too. She, without even realizing it. But I lost a crap ton of weight. Like, I literally lost over 100 pounds when I went for my consultation back in April. I was 366, from 498 to 366. That's huge. That's huge. I was really impressed by that. I was happy about that. I'm still happy about that. But I got used to being overweight. I got used to being a big person. I got used to being tall. I get used to people when I had to go out as my male self. I got used to people, parents, um, kids running in fear of me. Honest to God, they would run in fear. I actually had parents that would pull their kids so closely tight to them, like I was the Jolly Green Giant here to take their freaking kids to Neverland. And it's stuff like that that still bugs me to this day. It's one of the main reasons why, because my friend was so great in helping me come out of my shell, that I am transitioning. Because when I'm Jessica, I don't feel like I am the Jolly Green fucking Giant anymore. And I appreciate that. I'm not seen as this hulking mass of a person that can bench press a goddamn bus. I'm seen as, oh, okay, it's just the very big woman. Okay, it's fine. And that makes me feel good inside. It does. But there was that. So I got used to being tall. I got used to being considered a freak by people. And like Professor Klump, somewhere along the line, I got used to being alone. I mean, I have my mom here. She lives with me. We both live together. And we have Twix, our little kitten now. And I told Twix today before I left for work, I'm really glad you came into my life. Somewhere along the line, I got used to being alone. Where I am basically just a nobody in the magic sea of everything. That there are thousands of people, and I'm the fish that's all the way over in the corner of the pond that doesn't want to interact or is too scared to. And it was hearing that line from Professor Klump that definitely it it just resonated in my head. And it told me, you know what, Jessica, you are an idiot. The friend that I fell in love with is more outgoing than I am. She is more out there than I am. She is 18,000 times the person that I will ever hope to be. I mean, if you actually think about it, the chasm between her and I is so massively wide, it basically would. The planet would look like Pac Man at this point. And I mean Pac Man wide open mouth Pac Man. So, yeah, it's just that. But it got the line just got to me, and I realized that I got used to being alone. Even though for years, even in high school, I wanted to find someone, I got used to being alone. And I think it's how I should be, is alone. I mean, granted, I have all of you. I have my friends. I do have some. Okay, I have my mom. That's about all the family I have left. But my mom and one aunt that still talk to me. That's it. The rest of my family could give two craps about me. But I have all of you. I have my friends. I have a couple family. That's it. Like I said, my little world. That's all I have. So if I'm ever severely depressed, or if I seem really out of it on social media, or if you see me playing my game and I seem like I'm really, really, I'm just not having a good time, like I'm phoning it in, then I'm probably just having one of my depressed moments. And I just don't feel like being hyper and happy. And if I'm hyper and happy, then go for it. Enjoy it. But I wanted to explain it just in case. And I notice if I lean back, I can see like the shadow from me. But yeah, like I said, no makeup, no boob forms, just me. But yeah. So if I'm ever like that in a video, don't take it as I'm having a nervous breakdown or something. This is why I said I am transparent when it comes to stuff like this. because I am a very fucked up individual. I have had a very fucked up life. And going forward, while I'm hoping it gets better, at the same time, I know it's not going to completely get better. It's going to get worse at some point. There's an ebb and flow with everything. And I am a firm believer in the yin yang philosophy of life. That for every good thing that happens, something bad must happen to balance the equation. Every single time. And I am a firm believer in that philosophy. Very firm. But that is just that. So, like I said, I'm feeling a little better about it. And it's like my friend Jill tells me, it's time, time, time. Time will heal all wounds, and yeah, it's gonna take time. I knew my friend for about a year. So it's gonna take a lot of time. But like I said, I'm transparent when it comes to all the stuff with me. So if somebody out there thinks that I'm being, or that I'm really weird, or that I'm just, you know, something's wrong, nothing's really super wrong. If something's really super wrong, I'll come out and say it. If it's something that I feel like I should publicly say, I'll say it. I won't hold back. I won't keep it bottled up. But if it's just I'm a little down in the dumps, or I don't feel like talking today, or I'm not feeling, the gaming today, like I'm phoning it in, then okay? I gotta get ready for bed. Have a good night, everybody. A good day, and everything else. Love you all.